but I wanted to warm up. But I guess I'll do that after the race. Let's see. Couple guys are only on one bar for me. Latest, Ballboy, Bulo, Macho. I'm sure it won't be an issue. By the way, we are live already. So, hi, everybody. Do we have any viewers yet? No, we don't, because the ping isn't out yet. So, are we still missing a Mr. Rocco? I think we are still missing Mr. Rocco.
As we have the first comment in the chat from Posh Boy.
Posh Boy Charlie himself.
Yeah, we.
You know we love you, Charlie. And thank you for helping me out yesterday.
I like his butler more. He talks more.
God. I think Rocco forgot to do the update. Oh, wait. He says he's on his way. We're gonna wait another 2 minutes for him.
It doesn't take that long to do the update.
Yeah.
And surely, if he would have known, I'm pretty sure it's been pinged a few times.
Yeah.
Better take your mic into there, but I can't promise that, Charlie. I mean, if the door goes, I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
If the mic's gonna be with me, it will be with me.
We will listen very closely.
Yeah. Just a guy to the door going, hello?
Yeah. Maybe just tell Alicia, not Ashley, Alicia, to take over while you're gone.
Right. I know we're live and all that, but you sound like one of our mates when they say her name drunk. Because you go, Alicia.
Alicia.
Yeah, but they don't just say it, they make sure they say it like loudly. They pronounce the A in capitals. Oh, I don't want to. I can't even pronounce your surname. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know whether to do that on stream. Yeah, she's half Polish. There we go. I had to look at that just to make sure.
Oh yeah. Polish surnames are just strange. Let's see, we got Rocco here, finally.
Right, small talk out of the way.
Hello, everybody watching, by the way. All 3 of you that are watching.
Yeah, if you're watching in the future as well.
See, Charlie's saying you better not take your mic into a bathroom.
Yeah, that's why I said about I'll be going to the door, so anything can happen.
Oh, my dad's calling me right now. Well, you have to wait. Oh, he's been calling me all day and I've just been dodging his calls because I'm feeling like shit. I'll call him tomorrow. Anyway, hello everybody. We're here in Austria for the rerun of the sprint in F1. Hello, hello, hello.
Yep, we are here once again for the rerun in Austria. We had the rerun in the Hungarian Grand Prix last night for F2. Obviously, to remind people, this was supposed to be the break, but because of the glitches going on, we had to do these in the break period. So there will be no more breaks from here to the end of the season. But honestly, I am looking forward to the end. I hope so we can just reorganise everything that's going on
Yeah.
for quite a few reasons in FRL.
Well, we still got plenty of races to do until then, including this one. Which I think last time we couldn't hold it because of low attendance. Now we have almost a full grid, so things are on the up
Yeah,
for F1.
which is always a good thing to see, but it's the reasons behind that
Yeah.
which is very frustrating. But we are here for you guys. We're here to hopefully you will enjoy the stream and the entertainment for this race coming up. It is also a sprint race as well for F1 this evening, and 12 laps ahead of us in the sprint. And I wonder who will be on pole tonight, T-Hawk. Do you have your top three predictions?
Ballboy P1 or Steven P2. And latest P3.
I might go for Macho P1.
Bold.
Actually, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go proper bold. I'm thinking it's going to be a Ferrari 1-2 with Macho taking it, with a sneaky ball boy for P3.
Let's take a look then. Let's see. Macho is already out in front. Let's try to go on board with him.
Yeah, we'll go on board with latest in my end.
Okay. So here we are, and Macho already completing the first sector. Of course, the shortest lap on the calendar, time-wise, with just over 1 minute. Already going down the second DRS straight down towards turn 4. Takes over curb for entry. A little bit wide on exit. Bit of understeer. Bunty right now looking good in P2.
Yeah, with name changer and Jesse fighting for P3. Ratus is slowly getting up there in the mix as he is now. But this is where all the time is getting a loss in these last two corners.
Yeah.
As latest missed the apex completely and he's invalidated. He's like on the final corner where all the time will be lost.
Bunty P1, sorry, Macho P1, Bunty P2 I saw there. I think P3 was Jesse in the Williams, I think.
1-0 to me. Thank you very much.
So yeah, that's Jesse in P3. Then name changer 4th, head of Rents down, Vaporizer, Zero, Bulo, and Rocco in P10. Quite a big spread there. Top 7 within 6/10, and then a 6/10 gap between Vaporizer and Zero. Then O'Steven in P11, not bad from him. Then Rudy, Bebe, Ballboy, and Pelly, Charlie, Liam, Texax Latest, and Isano all failed to set a lap time and stay within track limits.
Yeah, I think it was on that last sector where you can always make a mistake. Charlie didn't bother completing a lap getting through the start. I think Liam did the same. Get exit 10-2. Quite a massive gap between P7 and P8, half a second at least. As sorry, I got interrupted by showing a question about Star Wars. Who does I can't answer that right now. I'm just doing comedy. Can't do that now, mate. Don't soak at me. Soak at him. It's not. T-Hawk, do you mind if I take a 5-minute break so I can answer these questions? No, too late now. It's wrong. It's not my. You know it was. Sorry. Commentators.
Which just sounds adorable right now. I mean, we're waiting for the drivers to get ready, so we might as well. Get some quality entertainment right now. Let's see. You take care of that. In the meantime, I'm gonna have a look at the drivers and their tire choices. Let's see. Both Ferraris on softs, interestingly enough. Liam on softs as well. Charlie as well.
Because I couldn't answer.
Everybody heads on mediums, so yeah. Most drivers on mediums, Ferraris, Charlie and Liam on the softs. I reckon the softs can definitely do 12 laps.
They can. obviously this is obviously you think 12 laps they won't make it because of the distance. It's only 50%, which is half the percentage the tyres can go. Obviously, if anyone remembers the F2 race, I think O'Steven took the option to go on the softs, and a few other people, I think Ballboy as well. He did make it to the end, but quite barely. He was losing grips with like probably 3 laps to go. So you are relying on pretty much having a lonely race just to get those tyres comfortably to the end. But if you're going to be fighting, it's going to be hard for you to win that battle against the Ninos at the end of the race. So Macho is probably going to be hoping he actually gets a clean start and actually pulls away very quickly. If not,
Yeah.
Bunty will be all over him with Jesse and Name Changer, pretty much the whole field behind him. Obviously, if you're latest behind Charlie, Liam as well, I think they could take the risk of jumping a few guys.
Yeah, I think that's their strategy.
And obviously DRSing as well, because there's 3 DRS zones around here. As Liam looks like there's a bit of a lag spike on board with him. But yeah, I think if they just get DRS each other, because there's 3 DRS zones around here, so it should be easy to follow. And I think that's what their plan is, to get a good start and pick them off one by one with DRS in hand.
See a couple of people still forgetting how to park properly.
Great camera angle, so I'm going to be on board with match looking behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on board with Macho as well. And a good start from
Really
Macho.
good start from Macho.
Yeah. Oh, my smoke detector is going off again.
Oh dear. And Macho gets a really good start. Half a second already outside the first corner with Bunty, Jesse, Name Changer, along, trying to closely follow him through, side by side with McLaren and Williams. Behind of Vaporizer, trying to go around the outside for Red Bull, I believe, was it? Yeah, it was Vaporizer.
Go for a second.
Zero right behind them. Dean, sorry, and Rocco down the inside of Zero. Looks like he forced his way in there down to turn 4. Bolo behind him in P10, Rudy in P11, and O'Steven down in P12. As Latest done a massive shot to 13th now. As there's a Red Bull spinning in the background. That's Burra in Red Bull in last place. I think he's on the medium, so he should recover well. There is safety cars in the sprint, but Macho has got the gap. He nearly leads them here. The time is a bit glitchy on my end, but the top 3 are pulling away from Dean in the Red Bull. I think he's a reserve or full-time driver, but he's getting pressured by the championship leader of Vaporizer, who's making a move already. Going around the outside this time. Would he hold it around the outside? Or tight squeeze on entry, but very good control on the exit. They both came through unscathed. As he tries to put the pressure on again, but it's not doing well at the minute. But yeah, the top 3 have run away now. The time screen is still glitching on my end. Apparently Macho is like a lap ahead of these guys. Not using any battery though to get put away from these either, so it's extremely good grip that he's got on those tires at this early stage. And let's see what the gap is across the line. We should see what it's like now. Looks like a second to me. And it is 1.5 seconds as well, and he's got that gap massively. Bolo made a mistake. So is Charlie. He's in the pits as he retires from the session. So I don't know what's happened there. Bulo's actually gone off track as well. Looks like he's in AI mode by the seams of it. But Macho is slowly putting away a little bit more now, nearly 2 seconds. With Bunty putting the pressure on Jesse now. That's your battle for P2. Name Changer, bless you. Name Changer has got a apparently name, but he's got damn right alongside him, going side by side. And he doesn't make the move stick, but he's putting the pressure on the AlphaTauri drive. Alfa Romeo driver. And he's not going to make a move here. There's yellow flags in sector 1 as Bulow is in the pits and he's stuck in the pits by the looks of it. So I don't know if that's a glitch, but unfortunately he's not going to continue, I don't think. It is only a sprint, so there's no harm done. As Jesse still holds P2, but he's got Bunty now coming in now. Vaporizer's drawn into play with Name Changer closely behind him as well. Slight contact between the Red Bull and the Alfa Romeo driver. Battle for P2 is all the way down to P8 with 0 at the back of the train. But later it's up to P9 on the tyre compound as well. But hopefully he hasn't pushed too hard on those tyres and he will die at the end. And he needs to have the battery just to keep him occupied as well, because Sino is trying to chase him down in P10. And he can see him in sight, and he is in range of DRS, so he might use him as a puller.
I'm back, sorry for that.
Away to the other guys ahead.
Oh, Cobra.
As Bulow.
And I was in the pits.
Yeah, I think he was in AI mode for a little while. I was a Haas driver, Tetris, I think.
Yeah, here the spin.
Off slightly. Yeah, Charlie retired in the pits straight away as Bulow. I think he had a glitch problem. He looked like he was in AI mode and then just retired in the pits. Stuck in the pits at least. But good start from latest, pretty much from the back of the grid up to 9th already in 5 laps.
He's on his way in P10. Looking at the position changes. Rens with a terrible start down on P16, losing 11 positions.
Yeah, no, Stephen as well at the last place. And also on the hard tyres as well, so it's going to be quite hard for him to catch up.
And Jesse is scanning on Macho.
Yes, indeed. And that was, I think, over 2 seconds of gap as well, just over 2 laps ago. So I don't know, the pace just suddenly dropped. I think probably just trying to save ERS, trying to save tyres for later. But either way, that's a massive drop-off. After an incredible start, because the gap was after lap 2, 1.5 seconds.
Now Jesse seems like he's clearly faster.
Yeah, but now he's got the DRS as well. No overtake he's using, so was like taking candy from a baby. Contact on exit though. And just he's still with the DRS, and now Macho is now going to be in the DER, so he's going to hurt those front tyres as well and the softs. I did give him a little bump draft, but no harm doing. As we see, Sano making a move now on the other Ferrari, so I think the soft tyres are dying already, and it's only lap 6.
Yeah. But I also touched him a lot about the tyre in the race. The soft, seemingly not a suitable tyre for the race. Even late on, with a late safety car, they might not be as promising as you would hope, as Jesse had a bit of a moment there coming out of turn 9. But yeah, the soft is clearly fading.
Yeah, you would think they would last longer since there's not really many corners. I think one of the least corners of the whole calendar. So you would think they would last pretty well. But I think it's just... I think it hurts in the high-speed corners when you put a lot of lean on the tyres. High speed. I think that what kills it more. Especially the last sector, which is... Even though it's one of the slowest corners, they're still going through that pretty quickly. So I think that could be the reason. But I think they've got to live with that in a minute. But it might help him in the race layout as we get a 3-second penalty on the board from he's down 17th. But Sano and Laters are still fighting though for position, so he's still got grip on those soft tyres, but it doesn't look like he's going to improve his position at the minute unless any of these guys ahead will make a mistake, because so far this train is still fighting. Well, the whole train now is fighting for P1.
From P1 all the way down to P8. Jesse not really being able to pull away, but I think that's also in part because of the 3 DRS zones around the track, just allowing Macho to stay with that Williams.
Yeah, and if you're going to use the battery as well, you're going to be derating to try and charge that battery, which is going to let all the other guys just to catch up again. So I don't think It's all about
tax.
what can you do. As there's contact in the braking zone between Bunty and Macho. Or Bunty gets pushed wide though, and he looks like he
Lose
lost
2
2 and
places.
3 positions down. Yep, down to 5th position. Name changer not given any room. Does a switch back on him? No. All the
Contact there.
tyres and margins still contact. He's still going to try and hold around the on the outside textures of tyres. Very good fight. Is now Liam just left the sessions to the Bureau as well. Reminder, this is only a sprint. The main race isn't one after this.
Might be connection though, because I saw in the lobby that Liam and Bulo were on 1 bar, at least for me.
Okay, and obviously this track is quite famous for, quite a favourite for some drivers, by the looks of it. If you were in this train right now, coming up to the end of the sprint or the main event itself, what position would you like to be in heading to the last few laps?
I think the only good position to be in is P2 with Macho, because he has the only car without DRS in front of him, and now he's going around the outside. Quite a nice move, so with soft tires seemingly still having a bit of grip left in them. But yeah, if you're somewhere in the middle or towards the back of the DRS train, you just can't overtake unless you're dumping all your energy. So the further towards the front you are in this train, the better. Oh, and Jesse having a bit of a slide there, and now Vaporizer and Name Changer actually going side by side going into turn 9.
Ooh, contact on the entry.
Name Changer getting good position though.
I think Name Changer actually Viper's rear tyre to make him unstable. But he managed to keep the car under control with diving down the inside. As Name Changer goes off, he was up on the curb by Vaporizer, not leaving much room on exit. But
look at this massive train.
On the track in one piece.
Oh, and there even more contact, I think, between the 2 Alfa Romeos.
Yeah, I think Name Changer is trying to get a couple position back if you can. As Liam is now back in. Well done for rejoining. But yeah, I think Name Changer could be a little bit frustrated. Plus, he's got that penalty to his name, which probably put him at the back of this train. As Zero is still holding uncomfortably. And yeah, I think this is it. And this is top 8 for points, isn't it? In sprint. So.
Zero there just dropping out here. He made a mistake. Zero has damage. But yeah, I mean, this is the sprint, so you can definitely go for it. Of course, if you retire, then that means that you're going to start at the back of the grid for the main race. But with everybody being so close, the next position is right ahead of you. There's definitely a big appeal to just send it down the inside of one of those braking zones.
Yeah, and obviously Zero's got that big damage as well. Don't know what happened to him, but it looks like he could be losing that final points position heading into the last lap. Don't want to play for the top, especially for podium. As Liam did rejoin to take control of his car to get a 3-second penalty. But battery-wise, they all look the same, apart from Vaporizer, surprisingly, down to 25%. Everyone else is in the 40s, Dan's in the 30s, and Zero's still trying to hang on.
Rudy had a spin, exit of turn 4. He's going to lose 2 places here. Or...
yeah.
No, not quite.
But now it's coming up to the final lap now of the sprint. Who's going to take it? Who's going to get the podium? Will Zero hang on? It's going to be tough for him.
Jesse's looking very good there for P1.
Yeah, both using battery. As Jesse puts his car nicely into braking zone.
But Macho's going to get DRS now, coming down towards turn 4.
Exit. Yeah, makes him go around the outside where the soft tyres have grip enough to make it around the outside.
3 laps ago. Makes it seem easy. He gets a position. Jesse still trying to keep his nose in there, but can't quite do it. Almost ran into the back of him. That was a good move there from Macho.
Yeah, which that could be it. But fuel-wise, if you look at him, he's actually underfueled his car in the sprint. And he is flashing the fuel drivers are flashing as well.
If he slows down now, that could be dangerous. Hopefully there won't be a pile-up should he run out of fuel, but I think he's gonna manage to go to the end. And look at that.
Yeah, just
Have you ever
about.
seen that many cars finish so close to each other? I mean, it's only a sprint race, but still.
Yeah, I think that puts excitement for the race, and Zero just miss out for the final point. Latest has got that final point from the back of the grid, so good result from him in 12 laps. But yeah, Ball Boy comes up in 11th, Burrow in 12th after a spin, Rudy in 13th, and Ray's for the Williams in 14th, and of course Liam in 15th also. Here comes the AlphaTauri,
Okay.
up in 16th.
And then Steven.
And the other commentator, Steven, running up. Oh, that's a sprint race. Do you want to see an actual race?
Sure. Let's go ahead.
Doesn't look like we have a choice, but that's what we got.
I mean, it did seem like a bunch of people were potentially lagging a little bit, which can be dangerous if everybody running so closely. So hopefully everybody's connection will stabilize.
Yeah, and obviously the undercut on this game is regularly powerful here, but with not that many corners, is it worth trying to stay out as long as you can, or would you want to just risk trying to get an undercut in a group of cars like we've just seen right now?
I believe if your tires are falling off, like we kind of saw with the soft runners, you can still keep up the pace if you have a faster car in front of you towing you along. So I think whether or not you're in the slipstream of someone is going to have a huge effect on strategy. Because someone on old tires with DRS might still be faster than someone on new tires without DRS, because you can't make up that much time on new tires because there are only 10 corners around here.
Yeah, and plus I think you can make probably in one DRS zone alone, you could just make up literally half a second. So the potential of all DRS zones could make up to 1.5 seconds, I believe.
Yeah.
But obviously that's if you're not really right behind someone, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
leaving
getting
again.
close to the car ahead. Hopefully I won't glitch up the lobby. Because obviously it can happen, as Codemasters are enjoying putting mysteries in this game.
Also, I gotta say, I'm looking at... Oh, one second, I gotta clean my microphone really quickly. There we go. Looking at the sky, both qualifying into sprint race looked very cloudy and very overcast. The race now as well. Could there be the possibility of rain?
It's only possible. I mean, around Austria, it does seem when it rains, it does come down quite dramatically. So we could definitely see a few puddles in this evening's race. But yeah, we just have to wait and see by that. But like you said, it is quite cloudy. But if we do see rain, it might be probably in the first 5 laps. But let's see what the tyres are saying. Probably doesn't look like there will be rain because most of the majority are on hards and mediums, so I don't think we're going to have any rain for a while. But with those couple of people on hards, there could be rain at the end of the race, and they might want to try and reach that period.
I think on the hards, you could probably do like 24, 25 laps easily. You could maybe even go the entire race distance if you want. So I know that could be telling. Maybe they are expecting some rain towards the end. So obviously the bottom 3 on the softs, their strategy is clear. Just try to make up as many places as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and the hard times and mediums are not that too much of a different gap. Obviously, I think the mediums will have the grip, obviously, at the beginning, probably in the first couple of laps, but it should even out after that. So I think Jesse's plan is trying to get that 1 second and try and have a steady gap to Macho and Vaporizer for the guys behind on hards as Dan's and Rocco, who finished 5th actually. So good recovery from him, but he's also going to be on cold tyres then too.
Yeah. And cold hearts, he's gonna have no grip at all. Nisano forgot how to park. Anyone else? It seems like everybody else manages to line up just fine, so can we get a decent camera angle just for once?
Probably not.
I guess we can't, so we just watch the lights from P2.
So, and eventually, here we go. 5 red lights ahead of the Grand Prix. Macho on hards and
Bit of a
looks
lag
like a very
behind.
glitchy start. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
getting
we are
that.
lagging.
Yeah.
Machovo going a bit wide in turn 1, but still keeping the position for now. Jesse right on his back. We have Budo, who's not moved off the line.
Yeah, he's not moved at what is going on there. As we see a move for the lead. Jesse's got the move on Macho. Good move from him. He needed that. But now he's got Vaporizer and the tail on him with Bunny as well. Got B2. Didn't go into the back of him luckily as Budo has disconnected. Yeah, good start from Jesse on the medium tyres. He needed to get that move done and see if he can get that 1 second gap. If not, he's going to be helping those hard tyres for a later part of the race.
So meanwhile, Rocco already dropping back a bit from the top 4 on those cold tires, that's also to be expected.
Yeah, there's a bit of a train here. Yeah, off Rocco, obviously. Because he had that disqualification from just the formation lap, so he's going to have very cold, hard tyres, and he will be compromised. Obviously, I am getting a few lag spikes on my end from a couple of drivers.
Yeah.
I don't know about yourself, so.
I mean, the start looked quite laggy out in front, and Budo, I'm not sure what was going on with him. I mean, his car is moving. Let's see if he can rejoin. As we have plenty of movement in the midfield. Couple guys almost losing it coming out of turn 3, but everybody's still facing the right way. Excuse me. As we are 3 right going into turn 4. Ooh, a lot of contact there. Liam somehow coming out on top of that. That was him, Rand, and Xavier going 3 right through turn 4. Plenty of contact, but I don't think there's any damage to any of them. So that's nice to see. Meanwhile, Rocco has managed to catch back up to Bunty. So he's back into that train now. Got his tires fired up. And once again we have a train for the top 8. Potentially even 9, yeah, top 9. The entire field is in the train. Apart from Budo. Who... No, but still the AI driving. Oh, as there goes Macho down the inside. It looked like Jesse was going to pull over, but I think it was just lag. Jesse will with the switchback. He's now going to be on the outside for turn 6. And Macho
What have I missed?
gets the move done. Macho just took Jesse down the inside of turn 4. So he's back into the lead now. Meanwhile, the entire field is in a big DRS train, apart from Budo, who I think has rejoined. Has he rejoined? I mean, his car is still ghosted, but he's going... But he is gaining time on Rex, strangely enough, on Tax Rex.
That's quite weird. I mean, if you saw the AI level, not the first time we had an AI being faster than the actual drivers.
Very interesting. Meanwhile, Jesse is regaining P1 now. I think them two are just switching positions all the time, just slingshotting each other.
Yeah, compared to the sprint, people are not really using their battery quite as much. So they're being very conservative and thinking the long game. I think obviously Jesse is pretty much the odd one out. Let's just remind ourselves of tyres. of who's in this little group. Latest has had a bit of a snap of understeer, sorry, and he's lost momentum. Still got that 1 second window to Rocco.
Isano
I
with a
think,
penalty.
3 second penalty for him. Do you think the medium tyres are just going to see if they can go as long as they can to match the hard runners to probably go on the softs?
I think medium soft could be a viable strategy. If the softs were able to do 12 laps and still be competitive.
In the background.
Oh.
So with Zero and the other Williams driver banging wheels almost, with Liam in the mix as well.
See, Bamfi made it 3 wide earlier on through turn 4. Are we gonna make it 3 wide again? Liam is trying to find a way through, but it's getting boxed in. Xavier on the outside. Oh, we have a bit of contact there with the Williams.
Yeah, it looked like a big hit as well. Hopefully the Williams hasn't got any damage, but Zero is derating already on P11, and there's more action behind. It looks like Ballboy's going defense. Oh, Stephen, sorry. Again, defensive on the Red Bull bar, but he does this.
Oh no, big crash. Big crash. Liam and Rand, they both locked wheels, kind of like Vettel and Raikkonen in 2021. That was massive.
Oh, easy on the rejoin.
Yeah, I believe, though... Oh, much of a penalty. But I believe none of them got any damage. But that was a very big off.
Yeah, but Charlie had to give the position back. He apparently has a legal overtake on Liam. But Liam was able to get you rejoining. As you see, side by side with Sano. I think he got pushed right into turn 1. With Rudy getting alongside. And Letty still leading the way in that little group. Name changer.
Rocco under pressure. And Rocco got passed by Dan on the medium. And now his teammate is coming as well.
Yeah,
Let him through.
He's not going to fight that as either, so it's going to be good team play between those two boys. But obviously Dan's derating massively, so he should get this move done probably into turn 1.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Dan is just going to try to stay with the DS as Texrax has spun and retired. That's coming out of turn 4. Yeah, that's a safety car.
Macho is going in. Keep an eye on the pit lane as well.
Okay, so he's abandoning a strategy. All the hard runners are abandoning the strategy. That's interesting. What are they going to go for?
Medium.
Seems like it.
I don't think it'll be a very bad strategy, because that means they don't have to worry about the hard tyres.
Yeah.
I think Liam hit the back of I never say his name right. Yeah, but I think he hit the back of him in going into the pits, which I don't know why you're so close to him anyway, because it's a safety car. But yeah, very strange. I am predicting they are going to go for just a medium. Now they've got the hard tyres out of the way.
I mean, some people went to the hards. Nissan went to the hards, but I think didn't Nissan start on the hards as well? I'm gonna do some checks on the pit strategy. So, we have all the hard runners went for mediums, apart from Rocco. He went for softs. A few medium runners pitted. They all went for hards. Apart from Latest, he went for softs as well. And that's it. So most of the hard runners went for mediums. Most of the medium runners went for hards. The only 2 exceptions being Rocco and Latest, who went for softs.
Well, either way, they all have to make a stop again. I don't think they're going to make it to the end.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But for the guys who are on the softs, I kind of get their reason, because the undercut on fresh tyres is so much powerful. It's ridiculous. Pretty much broken, if you may say. But so they will gain a lot of time on their rivals around them when they make their next mandatory pit stop. But when their other rivals pit, it's going to be a reversal on tyre life, and it's just going to close the gap back together. So I don't know who's made a better goal in this strategy, but
I'd say keep an eye out for Nisano and Ballboy, because I think they might be able to go to the end on those hards. Potentially.
maybe, but they will have to nurture it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember,
And
of course,
obviously
it
the
was
tire
years
life.
ago, and the tire was different now, but I remember back on F1 2019, I did 33 laps on the set of hards without any issues. And of course, it was at different cars and different physics models and all that, but
Just a
Austria
different
is
game
not very
entirely.
demanding.
Yeah, of course with a less tire, but it all depends if they're firing as well. There's so many things, but yeah, but just on this game, the tire life between new and old tires is just ridiculous. So we will have to wait and see who's made the right call on which strategy. But I think the biggest losers are the guys who didn't make that voluntary pit stop.
I mean, to be honest, I think right
So
now, yeah, the top 4 are the only ones that haven't pitted yet, so it's going to be interesting how that plays out. Maybe if there's another safety car that could help them, but I think they are probably just going to try to stick to the one stop. Medium's too hard.
yeah, if they get another safety car in 5 laps or 6 laps, then
Someone's
they'll put
pitting.
on the hards. As Liam's on again.
And he's retired.
Don't know what the
Not sure if I
reason
agree with
was.
that.
What's that?
I mean, Liam coming into the pits and retiring, like, yeah, he didn't have the best race, but still, he could have scored some decent points.
Yeah, it's still pretty early, and the field is all bunched up, so and you could easily gain positions if people are colliding early on. So
Never mind.
it's
He
risks of
retired
just trying
because
to
his
stay out.
Wi-Fi is. Other drivers were telling him in Discord that he's lagging, so that's why he retired. Because his Wi-Fi is not the best.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's actually good. That's helpful.
Yeah, sorry, Liam, it didn't work out for you, but thank you for just retiring in the pits. So, you reckon the hard runners have got a chance of getting good points? I reckon it's probably the medium runners. So we'll see who's played the best strategy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the top 4 have shot themselves in the foot there, and they're gonna have a hard race ahead of them now. Maybe Jesse and Dan could get away slightly.
We see. I mean, we only have 6 drivers
gonna be
committing to the
very
one
hard.
stop right now, so the 2 stop seems to be the favored option among the drivers. But we won't find out how it plays out until the last few laps. For now, we're going to focus on the restart with Jesse leading ahead of Dan, then Zero, and then no Steven somehow finding himself in P4 in
And off he
F1.
goes. Yeah, and he's got a gap to Zoe, which was very good. As Steven is already getting hunted by Macho up the hill into turn 2 or 3. People say turn 3, but I say turn 2 because it's an actual corner.
Yeah. Of course, funny story why. I mean, the Red Bull Ring does only have 9 corners, but officially it's designated with 10 corners because, according to the FRL rulebook, a Formula 1 circuit has to have at least 10 corners. So I decided let's just call this little kinkier corner as Macho is getting past with Steven.
They put a curly straight on the camera. That's nice. But as Macho's got past Steven, it looked like Steven didn't even put up a fight. It looked like he just moved out of the way.
Yeah.
And if so, he's just hurting his own race. Obviously, he really wanted a race tonight, but he is holding a bit of a traffic jam at the minute. And look at the speed. Rudy's pretty much pushing him out of the corner with Vaporizer behind him as well. And Sano and Bunny, pretty much the whole of the other field is right behind him.
Yeah, that's the thing about old tires and defending on this track. If you're on old tires, you're slower everywhere. You're slower on the straight because we have DRS, and you're slower in the few corners that are there because of your tires. So he's just going backwards. He just has to hope that he can stick in the DRS of someone, so he can be dragged along. As now Vaporizer is going to get him into turn 3. Meanwhile, big fight for P2. Oh, a lot of lagging for Dan.
Yeah, I think Sano actually. Oh, there's a Mercedes.
3 wide.
Ooh.
Oh, very laggy. 3 wide.
No. So I blame it on Zero for that. I think you just push him all the way to the grass, unless there was. They are lagging on my screen.
They are lagging quite a lot.
So I think. Yeah, I think it's either Sano pushed him onto the grass or Bunny clipped at his rear, which
Oh,
made
to
him
be
go
honest, I
into the
wasn't even
grass.
watching that. I was watching another three-wide moment with the other Mercedes. I didn't even notice that was going on at the same time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because
that shame I
Zero,
wasn't
Macho, and Dan
recording.
went three-wide for P2, as now Zero is getting shuffled down the order.
I tell you, I've saved the last minute on my end, so if I have to send it in, I will do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looked like there was lag going on between Zero and Bunny. So Zero put him onto the grass into turn 4, or Bunny clipped Zero's rear tyre that made him go onto the grass into turn
You mean
4.
Nisano, not Zero.
Neil Silent, yeah. But yeah, I'm not too
Oh,
sure
bit of
because they were both
contact.
glitching on my end.
So we got a bit of contact there between Rudy and Vaporizer going through turn 4, but all still facing the right direction. Meanwhile, Macho and Name Changer have gone to P1 and P2. Jesse now also starting to fade, same as Dan. Or Dan. Vaporizer now going down the inside of the Red Bull. Getting the move done easily.
Yeah, it's got a move done. Yeah, you need to make that move, otherwise it's going to be quite slow on exit in the last corner, and now he's putting the pressure on Jesse now, who's not made a stop to remind that.
Yeah, look at
Seems a
how
little
much
bit
faster
ever so slightly.
Vaporizer is. Vaporizer can take the corner so much tighter, hit the apex better, and now he's going to get him into turn 3. He is using quite a bit of better V to make up positions, but now he is right behind that fight for the lead. And Macho, of course, still having that 3-second penalty hanging over his head. I think that might cost him the race win, if nobody else gets the penalty. Because I
Yeah,
don't see him putting a 3-second gap.
well, there was contact on my screen. I don't know if you saw that with Name Changer and Macho. Looks Macho just got out of the way. Has he got a problem?
I'm not sure. Does
Probably.
he have
He's just
damage?
lost time. He's just losing speed. Has he got the problem that he did in Hungary?
Let's see. His wing is still intact, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe just a
Or was it
small loss of
more...
concentration.
I mean, even so, if you lost a small bit of concentration, don't really lose so much time like that. Which is very surprising. Unless it's steering wheel problems, which is not really a... which he has a big reputation on his steering wheel lock. As we see a dive
Rudy.
bomber down the inside of Rudy.
Oh,
There's contact.
and Macho spun
Macho
around.
spun.
Was he
on the
hit by
Williams
one?
or Jesse.
Was he hit?
Yeah, it was either Jesse or Rudy.
Oh god.
Yeah. Obviously, the camera angle was shocking because the camera angle was from the bottom of the hill, but it looked like Rudy was going down
Oh,
the
and now he's making
inside
contact
of...
with Bebe. Oh, that's just getting messy now. Macho tried to go down the inside of Bebe, made contact with him, almost spun him out. Oh, this is going badly for Macho. Another penalty now, as we have Steven spun around. Coming through turn 6, it's all kicking off.
Yeah, I've saved the last minute of that clip, but yeah, it looked like it's either Rudy forced Jesse to make a mistake, or Jesse just broke later
And Macho's
as
retiring.
Macho retires in the pits.
That's another thing where I'm like, you can still get points, you know? Why are you retiring? I mean, I don't know. That's just him doing his thing as...
I mean, I do find that a little bit childish. Like, I don't know if that sounds rude, but it's anything can happen. You can get those places back,
Yeah,
and it's a recovery drive. You can't just retire if it's not going well for you.
exactly.
You don't see Verstappen or Hamilton just retire because they're not winning.
I do know sometimes Hamilton is like, can we just retire the car? But, I mean, points are points, you know? And if you take this seriously and you actually care about the championship, as Jesse is having a big moment coming through turn 7, manages to gather it up, doesn't hit anybody on the rejoin, but loses 3 positions. But if you actually care about this position, about the championship, then he would just, you know, keep on driving.
Yes.
Oh no,
Dan's gone.
I think he lost it on his own.
Yeah, but Jesse was right behind him though. I don't know if Jesse touched him a little bit. I'm not too sure.
Oh,
That
and
was on board
Ren's
his teammate.
got a penalty for corner cutting and gaining a position. Maybe he had some contact with Dan, because I think he was right ahead of him.
Again, I will save the last minute of footage.
Also, the driving standards in the last 2 laps have been very interesting. I mean, to be fair,
FTH.
to be fair, there is a bit of lagging going on, and in those massive DRS trains, with everybody being within half a second of each other, those lags are not helpful. But still, this is F1. You're supposedly knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the theory that we were talking about before the stream. You signed up for it. If you're gonna do it properly.
Exactly.
If you don't think you have got a chance near the end of the race, then fair enough. But when we're only just come up to halfway,
Yeah. So we got a bunch of guys
and there's
coming
a
into the
safety car
pits.
as well. So
Oh no.
and obviously there's a safety car, so it wasn't all doom and gloom.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the best example from my personal experience of not giving up would be from season 15 F1 around Miami, where I had a spin, I think, in lap 2 or 3, damaged my rear wing, ended up being lapped at the end of the race, but still continued on, finished in P8, which gave me 4 points, and then at the end of the championship, I finished third, 3 points ahead of Vaporizer, So if I would have just retired in Miami, I would have lost 1 position in the championship, which,
Yeah.
as I said, points are points, and there can always be the chance to recover.
Yeah, it kind of like it reminds me of my attempt last night. Obviously, with the safety car glitches what happened last night, if anyone watched, it was quite a boring race overall. I was especially looking back at the stream, but yeah, I was pretty much nowhere. I was tempted to retire myself because of how crap the safety car was at the time. But there was just no point of retiring if in that sort of way. And obviously anything could have happened. And obviously with times like this, you got to hope for a safety car to help you bring it yourself in, which it can happen. And it did for me. It got me second place at the end from a lonely P7, P8, where I was most of the time in that area.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's no point of retiring if it doesn't go well for you.
Exactly. But let's see. Pit stops. A couple of guys pitted. Rocco pitted. Latest and pretty much everybody behind him pitted.
Obviously, people who already did pit for the mediums was pitted again to go for the hards.
Although
Which I
even
don't
then,
think it was the
not all of
majority
them.
plan.
We got a couple of guys,
No,
on
not all
11
of
lap
them.
board mediums. I'm not sure. They might have like another 7 or 8 laps in those mediums, maybe more.
But now I am going to be seeing the train from Boy on the old hard tyres now. With guys who are on fresh tyres behind.
Because I don't think there'll be much of a train. You see more like, Boy just plummeting down the order. I don't think there'll be enough time for a train to form behind him.
You're pretty much stone in water.
Exactly.
Okay, you said it, not me. But yeah.
Oh. Coming back to Macho, I just read the F1 channel. Seemingly he might have injured his hand when he was hit from behind because his wheel snapped.
Oh, his wheel snapped?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, with those force feedback wheels, they can snap dramatically to the left or right if you're being hit, and I think his hand might have gotten
you mean like
a bit hurt by that.
Let's say the steering wheel was straight, but then all of a sudden it's immediately
it over-rotated as he was hit coming through the corner.
Okay,
in that case, I'll take back everything that I said 5 minutes ago.
I apologize. Stretch.
Then again,
put
Lance Stroll.
Awkward.
Then again, Lance Stroll raced with 2 semi-broken wrists, so Get a grip of yourself.
Yeah,
No,
but yeah, all right, Macho. If you're watching, I am sorry, but
I'm
I
not.
do stand kind of my point either way, just for future references. To not to anyone basically. If you got a job, do your job. So yeah, I still stand by that, but I do apologise for Macho. So but yeah, hopefully your hand's all right, and there's not too many serious injuries.
Mm.
And we'll see you next week. But now the safety car comes in with around 17 laps to go. Now name changer is really slowing it back down. He's probably hoping to get a good launch as soon as possible, to get a good restart on Vaporizer, the championship leader, to remind you. Obviously try to avoid going side by side with anyone.
Mm. You can go offset, but can't be any overlap with the other cars. Now name changer is going. So you got a decent
Yeah,
jump.
overtake with Vaporizer. Yeah, very much. So ran on Vaporizer. Bunty as well, up into fourth.
And
After
Bobo
his
is already being put under pressure.
yeah, he might get moved up into turn 2 as see Zero making a move into turn 1 on Jesse. But he lost momentum and he's lost to Neil Zano because of that. And now Neil Zano's making a double overtake. Oh, not Jesse goes defensive. Oh, snap. I think he locked the rear brakes. He had a snap of oversteer
That's
massively.
possible. He's side by side with the Ferrari now. Is he going to send it on the Williams as well? That would be brave. No, it only takes the Ferrari, but still. Good job from Nisano, slowly recovering after his contact with Bunty.
Yeah, he is on the soft sides, and would he make those to the... He probably will make it to the end, but would they have enough fight in them to hold people off as well at the
To
end
be
of the
honest,
race? We'll
19 laps
see.
on the softs. I think he might be pitting again. I think he's hoping for another safety car to come in, like, I don't know. 8 laps. Oh, Bunty, big off. Somehow recovers it in the runoff and doesn't lose a position, but
Yeah,
that was a big moment for Bunty.
yeah, but now it's lost momentum. But Burr up into 6th as well, and I'm pretty sure he had a shunt early on. No, I think it was Dan actually. My mistake.
Yeah, I think it was Dan.
Yeah, but there's side-by-side action as well. Ballboy moving out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ferrari now getting past as well.
Jesse's now recovering on the fresh tyres now on the hards. As Ballboy and Laters going side by side. Ballboy just lets him go. But now he's got Zero company. He thinks about letting him move, but he backs out of it. And also DRS is now open on the next lap. As Ballboy goes wide and Zero commits to it to the inside line. Good move from him. And hopefully he will drop Ballboy and O'Steven. But the guys behind them is Charlie.
Oh, yellow.
As he
Pelly.
spins.
Oh, and he lost his front
lost
wing.
his
That's a
front wing in
VSC.
the process.
Yeah. So that's a VSC for the Prix. Ballboy immediately jumping into the pit. I hope he didn't cut the pit entry line there.
Oh, no, I think he could have cut it, but that's just guesswork.
That was pretty
Because obviously the
close.
pit lane line is quite early on. So, and I think he might have cutted it, but I've got no evidence on that. We'll just have to take his word for it. But there they go, putting the softs on. But it looks like a tall order for them just to come back at least. Because they're 18, 19 seconds behind the rest of the pack.
Let's see. Bobber on the softs. I'm not sure how this is going to work out for him. I mean, the softs could make it to the end, but I think the mediums would have been a better pick there.
Yeah, because if you look at the sprint, it was 12 laps. We only got 12 laps. Probably got 14 laps, so
Oh,
It's going
that's
to
a
be
warning
a struggle for
for
him.
name changer going right coming out of turn 9.
Oh,
That's going to
it's
be a warning
Rudy.
for him. Rudy
Yeah,
going
it's
past
Rudy. Got
Bebe.
some move down before the last corner. Neil Sano is trying to follow him. Up into turn 1. Is he going to get the move done? Yes, it is.
Oh
Is he
no!
going to leave? Oh! And that's surely a safety car. Both cars
Yeah,
are
that will
out.
be a safety car. Bebe somehow
Yeah,
is still
Sano
in.
didn't. Yeah, somehow. But that's going to help probably the rest of the field.
Oh, you could see
Now
that
the
coming.
field is now. Yeah, I think Sano needs to leave a little bit more because Barrow can go any wider if he could.
Yeah.
So I know Sano was ahead going into the corner, but I'm pretty sure Barrow was still alongside his side pod,
Yeah, I mean, he
which
mentioned
he
pull
showed the
alongside to the
margin more on.
apex. It's just that I think Nizano thought that he could clear him on the exit, but obviously Barry was still alongside, and then they just locked wheels because, as you said, Barry couldn't go any wider because there's a big old sausage curb where you lose all your control.
Yeah,
And yeah,
probably full damage as well for that.
it's just. I'd say that's
And
kind of like a
there's
race
a fight
incident,
going
but
in.
oh no, it's not. Oh yeah,
Oh,
there's.
and on.
It's
Oh,
going to be
right.
interesting considering crossing the line.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna save that. I'm saving a lot of footage here. But right, what would you say? Is your tyre? I was meant to ask this when we race round here. What would you say the fine line is for going um, across the line? For Pacific, like, is your tyres allowed to be on the line, or does the whole car have to be over the line
I mean,
to get a penalty?
technically, I think how it's worded in the actual rulebook is there can't be a single part of a tire that's over the line. You can be on the line, but if there's a single part, if there's a single part over the line, that's not good. Obviously, there are exceptions, like for example, if it
Okay.
would be raining and you're on slicks and you have no front wing and you slid wide, okay, then that happens.
What if
Um,
if the majority? What if the majority of the tyre is over the line? The majority. I know it's
well
so
then,
specific, but you need to take every opportunity you can. I think that's what they try to do.
I mean,
But I think zero. Go
if
on.
you want to be nitpicky, you could say, if there's a single part over, it's immediately a penalty. If you're going side by side in there, I think the steward would have to look at, okay, how sensible was it to go side by side? Was there a clear opportunity to go side by side? Because you're allowed to do that in the pit entry because it's not part of the racetrack. So I don't know. I think this is going to be plenty of food for thought for the steward. There are going to be plenty of discussions behind the scenes. Personally, I'd say if they were side by side and they were, somewhat fully alongside each other, then, if you stepped out with a tire or two, that's not a big issue. But we will have to take a close look at that.
I mean, I don't know what was the whole deal going in side by side pits. I mean, I'm pretty sure the latest patch you get a delta when you're in the pit lane as well. I'm pretty sure that that's a thing, but clearly they didn't get it. So yeah, I'm really surprised they would try to race in the pit lane, even though it's a safety car.
I
But
know, I
hey
mean,
ho, yeah, just do what makes them happy really.
uh,
But Rudy just took the advantage of that little race in the pit lane. As safety car comes in now with just about 10 laps to go when we cross the line.
it's going to be interesting. I mean, those top three, they're going to. I mean, Rocco's going to hope that Rudy and Jesse will be a massive roadblock for him, which they won't. They will get past within 2 laps by the entire field.
Yeah, and Rudy, just to remind you, Rudy is on 14 lap hold hards.
Yeah.
So I think he's committed to that one stop. Let's just quickly look
I think
of
everybody can definitely
the
go to the
stops.
end now, but most soft runners are going to be so much quicker than anyone else. What Rocco is hoping for is that he can stay in front until the DRS is activated, And then just, if he gets overtaken eventually, he's just sticking with the ass of someone. As you see Rudy
But
already
it's going
being
to
under
be
pressure.
difficult. Yeah, already across the line as well, up into turn one. I think it's going to be very difficult for the top three. As nearly closest again as Name Changer is following him through. It's going to be so difficult for the top two now, and Rudy in particular.
Yeah. So further down with two Mercedes are going side by
Contacts,
side.
yep. Contact again with another Williams and Mercedes. Looks like the Mercedes of Bunty is having a look at his teammate. Zero is wanting to stay ahead. Obviously, latest in the Ferrari has had a bit of a lonely race in the midfield. It hasn't looked like a threat for the win at this stage. Borough with his recovery down in
And
P10 with O. Steven right behind.
God, look at that. The Williams is pushing Rudy through the corners, literally. I'm surprised he doesn't have front wing damage after all that pushing and shoving. But oh, and there's contact. Zero touched the back end of Rudy on entrance to turn 9, and Rudy spun around. And I think Zero got damage from that as well. Yeah, left side end plate. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, so Zero with damage again.
What happened to Rudy? My controller disconnected.
Zero was right behind Rudy going into turn 9, the second to last corner. And Rudy, of course, on those hards had to take a slower entrance, and Zero just tapped him in the back and spun him around.
Oh yeah, and Zero's down in P12.
Yeah, Zero got damage from that.
On the mediums, on used mediums.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna make it to the end as well, but he's not gonna be very fast. Maybe he's run out of softs, which I don't think he has. But yeah, Vaporizer now right in the back of Rocco. DRS will be enabled this lap. There we go. So now what Rocco is hoping is that Vaporizer is gonna overtake him, and then he can just stay with Vaporizer and wait for those softs to hopefully lose some grip.
Yeah, I think Justin needs to let his teammate through for Williams swap, because obviously he's on the oldest tyres on the hards.
Yeah.
Not letting them know at the minute.
Yeah.
Not using any battery to defend. But yeah, Vaporizer takes the lead now with Rocco. He's going to make a move. No, he doesn't try it on the old tyres. And surely he might be letting his teammate through. I think that was the key, really. If Rocco stayed, that would help Name Changer. But that has clearly not worked. But at the same time, Rocco is not getting out of the way.
Yeah, I think, as I said, Rocco is racing for the win here. He's just trying to stick in with the ass of Vaporizer now and wait for those softs to lose some pace.
Yeah, but when the mediums with 11 lap old mediums, will they still be better than the softs at the end?
We find out, but right now Name Changer is right in the back of him. Let's see, he's not attacking him though.
Well, the Williams made the swap. Jesse's now down the 5th, and now he's got latest in the Ferrari.
There's Pelly's getting a penalty.
Now.
Oh, and there's Rocco. Right on. I mean, Rocco can't keep up with the McLaren because of the DRS, so it's not like he's costing Name Changer heaps of time yet.
Yeah, and battery-wise, he's actually better than Vaporizer, so very surprising of how the tyres are still working for him, especially in the Osborne position.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the DRS helping you out around this track.
Yeah, 3 DRS is definitely helping as well, but now he's getting the pressure from his teammate. Probably getting frustrated as well. It looks like the setup-wise, Rocco's got a fast straight-line speed compared to Name Changer.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how in the
difference.
You can see how in the second sector and third sector he's losing time, as I think Charlie had a bit of a spin. You can see how he's losing time, showing that his tires are definitely slower right now. Oh, it was close.
A bit of a wiggle on. Yep, but now he's using battery now because of that mistake. I'm pretty sure Name Changer is not going to make the move, but who is making a move is the Ferrari down turn 2. What was the but the Williams ahead made a half spin.
And thank God for ghosting, otherwise he would have put him in the wall right
yeah,
there.
was that deliberate? Was that deliberate there?
I'm not sure if that was deliberate or just lag, as there's more side-to-side contact. There's plenty of wheel banging, or more like wheel-to-side pod banging. Oh, and even more now.
Yeah, still wheel-to-wheel bang. Jesse confirms he keeps that place, but yeah, very questionable move that from the other Williams driver. Thankfully, that was a ghost. Otherwise, Latest would not be in this race right now.
Yeah.
But back at the front, despite that little mistake, Rocco is still there. He's still in that 1 second window they need to be. Obviously,
But
the
it does have
Williams is
less
trying
energy
to hang on.
than Vaporizer.
Yeah, same as the Williams. I think the Williams are going to swap again as well because Rand has not got any. Where's he retired? Don't see him in the pits. I'm not too sure, but either way,
I
the
think it
Williams
is
has
in the
made a swap
pits.
again. I can't see his car.
Neither can I,
car
but I can only assume it's in the pits. I think the Williams are just trying to slingshot each other, or maybe not. Oh.
Now name changer's got apparently. I don't know if that's because of frustration or dirty air, but either way, it's not looking good. And now, at the minute, he's pushing his teammate through the corner. But it looks like he's going to be in P5, P6, the way it's looking.
Yeah.
But with Bunty coming into the picture now.
Oh, you're right.
People going off is at the back end of the lap. Bunty's flying at the minute. Can't out of nowhere into shot.
I mean, he barely has any energy left, but Ballboy getting a penalty, that's rare to see.
That's not. I don't think it's rare to see anymore.
It used to be rare to see. Once upon a time, before he started to actually fight people.
Yeah.
Oh, there comes Messina down the inside. I thought he was going to hit Vaporizer there, but yeah, Name Chaser now finally saying I won't get past my team. I don't think Rocco. Yeah, he's going to let him go through now.
I don't think he has a choice. I think he doesn't mind right now. Now he's got his teammate 3 seconds. I didn't mean his teammate's got 3 second penalty. But it looks like it's going to be the top 3 now. Bunty, I thought he was going to make a move in the second to last corner. But he looks like he's really firing up on these softs.
Yeah.
Looks like the only one on a charge at the minute in this top half.
He's feeling very comfortable. I mean, he's completely out of energy, so he's definitely push. That looked like some lag there.
In German. As Jesse's get
Messina.
3 second penalty.
Messina just got past Vaporizer for the lead.
Okay, that's good, but maybe not good news later on, because if you look at the battery percentage, Vaporizer, they got triple the battery as name change, but now Rocco is looking to take advantage of that, because these two are still racing full position.
I tell you what I think they might be trying to do. I think if Name Changer and Rocco are in a party, or if they both, use their grey brain cells, Rocco's gonna try to get past Vaporizer and maybe slow him down so that Messina can extend those 3 seconds. That would be a smart strategy if Rocco can get past him.
It is kind of looking that way for podium position, at least for Name Changer, because the gap is slowly opening up through the Williams. But let's see if Bunty can get through Jesse again. Obviously, last time out, nearly collided as Jesse goes wide.
Putting him onto the grass almost. I mean, that's just... Oh, Bunty to the outside, that switch. Oh, he locks his rears almost. That's getting a bit scrappy now.
It looks like this whole race has been really scrappy.
Yeah.
In any kind of fight. This is very rare from F1 standards.
But I have seen a lot of lag in between the drivers, so I think the servers are not very stable today, which might excuse some of that. But still. Yeah,
but we can see for our own eyes if which is laggy or not.
True.
That was certainly not laggy.
Yeah.
But now he's lost DRS to his teammate. About a tenth in it. So he will still have the pace, but Bunny's got no battery left compared to Jesse at least.
And then again, it's only like
But
9%. The difference.
yeah, but now we're on to the penultimate lap now.
Oh yeah, already.
Would Rocco go for the move? Would he send it on the old mediums? Would it
I
be
think he would
the
want to.
mediums' turn now?
I mean, Rocco is essentially fighting for the lead against for the win against Vaporizer right now, so I think he's going to try to send it on the last lap.
I mean, he is Rocco. He's no slouch when it comes to making an overtake. Contact or not, he would still go for it. But they're both on course of a podium, but Williams is still holding on for the podium himself, I believe. Jesse's still there, but he has got a penalty. Bunty might make a charge, who knows? But now it's the last lap. Who's going to be the hero?
Let's see, the Williams would be on the podium by 4/10 right now. But if those guys outfront battle...
He's got a full battery.
Yeah. I mean, he just has to stay in front of Rocco, but Messina... Maybe it's going to be a roadblock for his teammate, who knows?
Rocco has made a mistake though coming out of turn 1. I think that could be curtains in. There's more contact as well between the
I think
top
that was
two.
lag. I think that might have been lag there.
Could have been. But I think that could be it, as Vaporizer uses all of the fresh battery that he's got. And I think that could be it. What about from behind though? Any late moves? Doesn't look like it. Bunty looks like he's giving up his charge.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to get Jesse on penalties.
Yeah, both Alpines will get some points, even though they're commentators. Lane changes, still putting the pressure on him, but he still could get a podium. It's going to be close. Actually, no, I'm going to say I
think it's
like close.
It's like half a second or so that he's going to miss out by.
But there he goes, and let's see, and he does miss out the podium. Vaporizer wins once again in Rerun Austrian Grand Prix with Rocco and Rans for the top 3. Bunty in P4, good drive from him. Jesse, despite all the contacts, he finishes in P5. With Latest as well, bit of a frustrating race for him. With O. Steven in 7th, with Barrett in P8, Ballboy P9, and Zero in P10.
Yeah. And Charlie then eventually...
I believe Charlie's going for fastest lap.
Yeah, and Messina for some reason got a DNF. I'm not quite sure why, but that's going to be corrected. Because I think Messina should be in P4.
There's Vaporizer, top spot of the podium with Rocket and Jesse alongside. With Bunty P4, Ray's in P5, Latest in P6, and Matt. What points am I looking at? I think that's in total.
Yeah.
Points in total. Matcha in P7, and O. Steven in P8, Ember P9, and Dan P10 for the whole weekend result. I can't scroll across, but oh, there you go. Yeah, that's your top 10 as it stands for the race before it closes off.
There we go.
But highlights, a lot of action.
I mean, O. Steven making it to P7, that should be P8, because, as I said, for some reason Messina got disqualified. But yeah, so O. Steven from P17 to P8 for reserve, not bad. Rens as well, getting onto the podium. I think Rens might be my driver of the race.
I think I'll probably go for I don't know, it's really a close one to call. I'll probably go for Rocco, to be honest, for making those tyres last right at the end, because I thought he would have been dropping off, but he really managed that very well with no incidents in his part for the whole race, so he would be my driver of the day.
Yeah. Let's
As I
see,
will
I'm
get the top
gonna...
3 in.
You do that? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Perfect.
Uh,
Let's see if
1,
anybody can actually
2,
bother to join.
Rocco and Jesse, wasn't it?
No, Rent. IMS Rent. Let's see, I'm gonna invite him really quickly.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was Vaporweiser, Rocco, and IMS Rent.
Oh, I might have accidentally invited Jesse.
It's okay, we just kick him out should he join.
Oh dear, I'm just going to quickly look back.
If I could... Am I not friends with Rocco? I could have sworn that I...
I've sent Rocco an invite.
Okay. And now I just have to do... And you send Vaporizer as well?
Yeah, vaporize it. It's just I've got the Williams trials mixed up.
Okay. IMS... IMS Rent. There you go. That's the right one.
Right, I'll send them another one. This time the correct 3 drivers. Just to make sure. And there he is. That's one of them.
Hey, that's Mr. Rent. That's our P3. Michael, you can do the interviews.
Yes. Right. Well, are you there, Mr. P3 driver?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Hello, sir. Well, congratulations on your P3.
Thank you.
How did that whole event go for you from qualifying to the end of the race?
Chaotic, to put it in one word, actually. Well,
Yeah,
quali wasn't great. I had a bad sector 1, which put me in P5, which was still pretty good, but not where I wanted to be. Then for the sprint race, I got spun out by someone. Oh no, someone spun in front of me, sorry, and I hit him. It was Alfa Romeo, and I got damaged, so I had to box, and then I just drove on my own for 11 laps in the back of the field, and then I had to start like P15 or P14 for the race.
wow. We didn't know that. Didn't really know much about the whole race because everything was kicking off. Everyone was fighting for position, so it was very hard to keep track of everyone's progress at the same time.
Yeah.
But from where you were starting, then it looked like a very good recovery drive. Did you feel like you were confident to get the podium, or was it just a recovery and drive in general for this race?
Well, I think I knew I had the pace to be on the podium from the beginning, considering I messed up sector 1 and I was still, except for Macho, of course, pretty much within 1 or 2 tenths of the guys in front of me. So I knew that my pace was good, and I know my pace is always good on Austria in the race. So that's why I was pretty pissed off when I spun out in the sprint, and then in the main race, I think I was spun out as well by a McLaren with a really bad Wi-Fi. So I was like dead last on my hards. Then on I think lap 6 or something, the safety car came out. I think there was like 3 safety cars to race for, something like that. But yeah, just overtook some people, battles. Then at the end, I got a 5-second penalty because Jesse went off the track and he rejoined very unsafely, and I had to avoid him, but I went off track, so I got 5 seconds, and he fell behind someone, and then the safety car came, so I couldn't let him pass because it's a safety car. So I got 5 seconds and I had to serve it in the pits. Then boxes softs, and then I was in P4, right behind the top three. And then my teammate and Ladus had a bit of a moment, and Ladus braked too late into the hairpin, and then he caused me to spin, which cost me any chance of a win, which I think I had the pace to do. But yeah, it's still P3.
So, by the sounds of it, I can kind of tell by your tone of voice, it seems like you're still disappointed despite getting a P3.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the troubles you've had into the race itself, did it feel like you could have had more? Like, obviously, with the mistakes you did have and still getting a P3, does that makes it worse or better in your type of racecraft, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. No, I'm happy I recovered to P3, which is a good thing considering I was, so far behind in the sprint and had to start the main race so far behind. But of course, it's a shame. Quali didn't go well, and then in the sprint you get spun out, which also costs you points, of course. Considering I was P5, let's say I held position, I would have had I think it's 3 or 4 points. Yeah, 3 points, which is not a lot, but it's something. And in the main race, just having to recover also cost me a lot of time. Also being spun out and the 5 seconds, it all just counts down, and it's just unfortunate, and it makes you feel like you could have won. And I also had great pace to stay with the guys in front, but yeah, just a lot of stuff happening around me, so I'm not that happy with the P3, even though it's a good result. So
Yeah, because you feel like you could have, without the mistakes, could have been fine for the lead.
yeah, I think so. I mean, of course, Macho was spun out, and there were a lot of strategic mistakes and errors by, for example, my teammate who stayed out on the hards. He had to because he was behind me when the last safety car came, but there were a lot of different strategies which caused a lot of chaos, and I think Macho DNFing, and I think there were 2 front runners who had a bad strategy, so they fell back. So I got a little bit of luck back with that. But I think, I could have been fighting for the win, or at least just front row.
Well, either way, I'm still hope you're happy to still get P3 despite all the chaotic. It's still big points for you at the end of the day. And obviously, Monza next week. Are we hoping to see you in Monza? If so, do you think it'll be less chaotic there for you?
Well, I don't think I can make Monza because of work, but it's normally a lot of chaos on Monza. So I reckon it's gonna be chaos, but who knows?
Well, who knows indeed. But thank you for taking part. Thank you for racing. We will hope to see you again next week.
Thank you.
Hopefully everything will be all sorted as well by then. But congratulations either way on your P3.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Teorg, thank you very much. Teorg, anything?
No.
Great.
Clear answer.
Yep.
My mind is completely fried, mate. I'm high off of painkillers. My brain is not braining anymore.
Thank God you say
Same, bro.
painkillers.
And
I just
other
did
drugs.
50 laps of Austria.
Anyway.
Alright
Have a good
then.
evening.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you for driving and best of luck for next week. Alright, let's finish up the stream. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week, Monday and Tuesday, 7 p.m. F2 and F1. Around Monza with very clean driving standards, hopefully. Also, if anybody is a good commentator or knows a good commentator, we are searching for 2 commentators for F1. So if you know anyone or if you could be a good commentator, feel free to let us know. We gladly accept all applications. It's been me, Hawk, and Michael. Have a good night.